The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has solicited the support of the media in mobilizing prospective registrants for continuous voters registration in Edo and Ondo states. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu made the appeal at the quarterly stakeholders meeting with media executives in Abuja.
The Commission therefore appeals to the media to join us in mobilizing prospective registrants for the exercise, particularly on the need to register early and not wait until the deadline approaches, when the registration centers will be inundated by 11-hour registrants. In addition to the registration of voters, the Commission will also make available the uncollected permanent voters cards, the PVCs, for collection during the registration period. In the coming days, the list of uncollected PVCs will be published in our offices in the 2 states and simultaneously uploaded to our website. We believe that by doing so, it will be easier for voters to know the availability of their cards, and the location where they need to collect them. However, no PVCs will be collected by proxy. Registered voters should come in person to collect their cards. Again, we seek the support of the media in encouraging voters to locate and pick up their cards, as was done in the past. We look forward to reading your reports of the campaigns, as some of you have done in the past. As we move closer to election day in Edo State, it was also imperative to request media organizations to submit applications for accreditation to report on the election in earnest, along with the required documentation for individual journalists and support staff, particularly media organizations operating at state level. Doing so will enable the Commission to produce and deliver the identity cards for journalists covering the election in good time. The Commission will not entertain requests outside the deadline for the receipt of applications from interested media organizations, or process requests that do not meet the criteria for accreditation.
In his remarks, the President, Nigeria Union of Journalists (NUJ), Chris Isiguzo, represented by NUJ National Secretary Achike Chude, pledged that the media would work with INEC to ensure that elections in the 2 states are successful.
Our resolve to get things right in our country is ironclad. There is no disputation, no hesitancy about that. The media, even at the darkest period of the history of this country, has always stood up to be counted, and they have always done their bit. And with regards to these elections that are forthcoming, I want to assure the INEC chairman, I want to assure the citizens of this country that the media will not be found wanting. We will amplify your voice. You have given us a mandate that we already know anyway. And just as we have done in all elections, we shall try to create the right environment, the right atmosphere, to ensure that our people will be motivated enough to come out to exercise their franchise. Because ultimately, it's about the well-being and the wellness and the progress of our great Nigerian nation.
Isiguzo also urged INEC to do its bit to get the Edo and Ondo election right, as it has always done in terms of planning and logistics deployment. He said that successful election increases the appetite for citizens to also participate in other elections.
We also want to emphasize on the responsibility too of INEC to also do their bit, to also do their best to get it right, which they have done in many instances anyway, in terms of the logistics and all the planning that goes into such momentous election, knowing full well that one successful election increases the appetite for citizens to also participate in other elections.